We are entering the era of AI voice agents, and in a space that is exploding as fast as it is, it can feel impossible to keep up. That's why in this video, I'm going to help you cut through the noise and give you what you need to get started in the AI voice agent space. In the past few weeks, I've been deep diving into the generation of AI voice agent software, and I realized that since last year, there have been so many changes. There are some new players, and a lot of this software has been upgraded since that time. So if you're still trying to figure out how a chatbot works, how to set up basic automations while others are well on their way to building fully functional AI voice agents, then this video is for you. To begin with, what is an AI voice agent? Well, picture this. Imagine you call up a restaurant, and instead of being greeted with press 1 for menu, press 2 for this, press 3 for that, you're greeted by a conversation, a digital employee that answers conversationally. It can check the availability for a table for you, it can then book that table for you, and it can take any allergy information, any extra additional information that you might need, and it can answer questions about the business in general. Now imagine that scaled across hours, days, even different languages, different functionalities, and even outbound calling as well. The potential for businesses that regularly take or even make calls is huge. No more misleads, higher customer satisfaction, and stronger presence. So when you're looking to build your own AI voice agents, there's a few things that we need to look for in terms of the software that you use, because there are various different providers at this point, and I'm sure in a year from now there's going to be a bunch of new ones as well. So when you're comparing platforms to get started, there's a few kind of key things that you need to consider before making a decision. There's the amount of tech experience needed, whether you're looking for a completely no-code platform or whether you're a developer with a bit more kind of tech experience. You obviously need to consider the pricing, you need to consider the capabilities, what integrations does it have, can it integrate with a CRM, with a backend that you can kind of customize and configure. And you need to look at the conversational ability, because the reality is some are just better than others. You need to also consider the deployment. So how fast can you build it and get it live? How many calls can it take a minute? And if you run an agency, can you kind of package it in a white label service and resell it? So that's kind of what we're going to go through today. We're going to compare 4 main providers plus a couple of extra other providers just to see how they stack up against each other, and hopefully help you figure out which software you should get started with using. So the first provider we're going to talk about is Synthflow AI. Now they've been out for a little while, and they're a very low code / no code platform that's great for anyone getting started in the AI voice agent space. They have a completely visual interface. They even have pre-built templates for beginners, so if you're just getting started, you don't know what you're doing, you can copy one of their templates. It works pretty well. Plus it supports inbound calls, outbound calls, and integrations with CRMs and telephony services. In terms of the pricing, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So they do have a starter plan for $29 a month, which is not too bad, where you get about 50 minutes of calling. But from there, if you want to upgrade, you need more than 50 minutes per month of calling. It jumps straight up to $450 a month, okay, which obviously for a lot of people getting started is much more than they can handle. So really this is best for agencies that are looking for a quick turnkey solution that doesn't require building out a kind of heavy infrastructure. So the main limitation here being is that if you need heavy customization, it's a fully custom project, you need more control. Synthflow currently doesn't really facilitate that, and so you would need something a bit more robust and comprehensive if you want that full customization. Now the next piece of software is called Vapi. Now if you've been watching my channel, you know this is kind of the software that I use mainly. It's my favorite by far. It's a bit more technical, it's a steeper learning curve. There is a bit of kind of code needed to get started, but the upside to that is that you can build fully custom AI voice agents with loads of capabilities. The capabilities include inbound calling, outbound calling, full developer access, and it can scale to millions of calls a month. So the infrastructure is there if you're looking to scale. Plus, I love the pricing. So they price on a pay-as-you-go model. So it's per call. Their base rate is $0.05 per minute of calling, but there are additional costs when you add in LLM steps and API calls and that sort of thing. But realistically, you can get a fully functional, fully customized AI voice agent that costs about $0.15 to $0.2 per minute of calling. So really, this is best for people who are wanting to sell their voice agents to other businesses, because it's a bit more technical, it's a bit harder to get into, but it offers that fully customized feel to it. If you're looking to start an AI voice agency, or you want to sell it to other businesses, this is probably the platform that I would recommend. If you are a business that's just trying to set up a voice agent for yourself one time, this might not be the best solution, just because of the steep learning curve associated with it. The way that I use it, obviously, I use a backend, so something like make.com or Na10, which integrates really nicely with the Vapi voice agent, allows you to build those voice agents that have all of the capabilities like booking, rescheduling, cancelling appointments, all of that sort of stuff. So like I say, this is my favorite, this is my go-to. If you're looking to sell to other businesses, this is probably what I'd recommend. The next provider we'll be talking about is called Bland.ai. Now, in terms of tech level needed, it's kind of moderate to high, I would say, but this is more of an enterprise-focused provider, so it can handle millions and millions of concurrent calls at the same time if that's what you need. It's multi-channel, so voice, SMS, and chat. And it even supports voice cloning and multilingual capabilities native to the platform. So this is really what kind of big businesses would be looking to use potentially, just for that scalability. In terms of the pricing, they're pretty competitive. So their kind of base rate is $0.09 per minute of calling, but they also have tiered plans available as well. So the free tier includes 100 calls a day, which I would say is pretty solid. And if you're looking for a bit more, you can get 2,000 calls a day for $299 a month. And obviously there are plans that go much higher than that if you're needing more than 2,000 calls a month. So really, this is a good option for anyone looking to integrate AI voice agents into kind of bigger enterprise businesses, I would say. So if you are an agency and that's kind of the target market that you're looking to go for, then this might be a good option. If you're someone getting started out, you can play around with it, definitely. But I would personally recommend something else like Vapi or Synthflow if you're just getting started. So the next option you could potentially explore is an open source / DIY stack. So basically you can build it yourself using custom APIs and software. However, obviously, you're going to need to know what you're doing. You're going to need to have really strong coding development experience to do this. If you're just getting started out or you don't know how to code, just avoid this. just use one of the other software. Okay. This option really is for teams of developers that are looking to build their own voice AI product. It's going to be really complex, really long to deploy, but you could potentially have upside in terms of the pricing and how you sell it to your customers. So if you're looking to build your own custom products, you have a team with you that are really tech savvy, they're developers, then you could consider this. But otherwise, just stick with the other software. Now, a voice agent that has become kind of fairly new on the scene in recent months is called Retell. Now, Retell, from what I understand, I have not actually used this myself, but from what I understand, it's pretty similar to Vapi. So you have the same capabilities, same kind of tech experience needed to get started. A bit of a steeper learning curve compared to some of the other software like Synthflow. But from what I hear, they have really good human sounding voices that you can use on their platform. So if you were considering using Vapi, then you could also consider using Retell. You can give it a go, give it a test, see what you think. But in terms of the capabilities, it stacks up pretty similarly to Vapi at this point. So how do you actually get started? How do you choose? Well, hopefully that gives you a bit of a starting point. Like I say, if you're just getting into this, you can dabble around in the more simpler platforms. If you are thinking about getting into selling voice agents to other businesses, I would recommend taking the time to learn these more comprehensive platforms like Vapi or Retell. Okay, it's going to take a bit longer to learn, but it's worth it. You're going to know how to build much more custom capabilities that you can actually sell to businesses. So what I would do is pick a provider don't overthink it, to be honest. I know lots of people who spend time overthinking it, spending weeks and weeks just choosing the software, when if they would have just picked one and gotten started, they would have been much better off. So don't overthink it. This should give you a bit of a starting point. The next step is to just choose one and start testing. So what I'll do next is just start testing builds. So start small. You can watch YouTube tutorials like the videos I make on how to build, get started with simple voice AI agents, and then you can just build on your knowledge. And then once you've gotten to a point where you feel comfortable building more complex systems that you can change and customize yourself, and you don't need to go and ask for a developer's help, then at that point, then you can start considering how to sell them to other businesses. So to wrap up, voice agents are no longer a thing of the future. They are here right now. They're evolving really fast. So you need to make the most of this opportunity now before it passes. Whether you choose a no-code, low-code platform, or you dive deep into the kind of custom development route, there's a bunch of different options, a bunch of different ways to do this, depending on your skill level, your budget, and your business goals. If this video has helped, drop a comment, drop a like. If you want me to review any particular software, let me know, and I can do that.